It's the time to get down.
My whole thing about the film, while you fix the internet, is that you try as much to say it's not a gay film. I said, well, let's see how many men rush out there and say, I want to go see this film, okay? And then you turn around and say, it is. The whole catch to it is the gay element.
It's, you know what? It's a okay. The formula for the movie is actually a very much used formula. Remember, Guess Who's Coming to Dinner?
Right.
It's all of that. The idea of bringing somebody to meet somebody.
That's right.
And then that's a cliche that's used as a writing tool.
Yes, it is.
So now then it becomes a way of how charming you make the characters who fit on top of those cliches.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
That's where you use those tools. So it's a common tool.
It's a common tool.
It's a common tool. We know that to do this kind of thing.
And they're all in films, which I don't mind what they do. They ride the back of the realism of what really the communities are having to fight with. So when Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, yes, it was about a black a black man marrying into a Caucasian or white family. The whole catch is that he's black. And both sides of the argument is that, well, it's a great film. You had Katharine Hepburn, you had Spencer Tracy, you had Sidney Poitier. But if you say Guess Who's Coming to Dinner and everybody's of the same ethnic background, then there has to be something else about that person. That whole thing was at the expense of they were going to have a film that is made with an intelligent man who's African American, very well educated, very good at what he does, but still in all, the bottom line is they had to fight with, he's black.
Well, that's the issue. And, you know, the whole issue, and some folks are really sensitive about comparing the gay struggle to the black struggle. I think it's essentially the same.
Yeah,
I don't see the struggles as anything. People say, well, I say, imagine how it was a big deal for a white family to have a black person come over to their house. So you think it's a big deal for a gay person to come over to your house.
Yeah.
Remember, it was a big deal for back then for white folks to imagine black folks and white folks marrying, having sex.
Right.
You think it's a big deal for people who are the same gender to get married and have sex.
Yeah.
I said, I get it, but tell me how it's different.
Yeah.
You keep saying it's different. I don't see it as any different.
It's not.
It's just what you're used to. You ain't used to some of you. I remember when I was coming up, tattoos had a bad connotation.
Real bad.
If you had tattoos, they thought you were like a drug dealer, a Hell's Angel, some
bald heads.
Yeah. Okay, bald heads
was not good.
So, you know, everything means everything. I don't know.
I know, man. You know how it is. But you know what, Mario? I want you to laugh at one thing that you should be proud of. Look at you look at the money that you put in your pocket. It's green, and those wonderful Caucasian men wearing wigs that are blonde.
They wear the wig, going out in drag, and the British still do that. The British have to go into drag to discuss their laws. They had to put on the wigs.
Mario, I still say there's no time.
They yell and get rude with each other.
There's no time.
Man.
Perms and everything else, Mario, nothing competes with that time when those cats walked in the courtrooms and
with the wigs.
With the blonde wigs, man. That's off the chain, man.
That's crazy.
And they were all over 50.
And they say it's tradition. I remember, who was it? It was Bette Midler. Said she went to British. She said they was the whitest folks you ever find. I laughed. That was Bette Midler. I said, okay, they celebrate. The sun never sets. Thank God it did, didn't it? It did set on the British Empire.
You know what?
Thank God.
Mario, I'm going to challenge you to something real quick.
No empires. Every empire, we want the sun to set on your ass. Because every empire has governments are inherently corrupt and evil.
I'm going to find out who made those wigs and how much.
I'm going to get me one.
You know what? We
got to start wearing our Afro wigs. We got some. I got to break them out. I spent some money in those wigs. We got to get our Afro wigs.
I'm done.
Come on, we got to do an Afro. I bought wigs.
I'm done.
We're going to do that. It's all this programming. All right, you guys, the Havasupai. I want you guys, I bring up these stories like this because I continuously seek to raise the bar and to suggest to you in a very clear-cut way of how your DNA is being considered property.
Wow.
And be careful because people are going to be patenting genes. This is very real.
Right.
You go look at the corporation, the idea is that people want everything to be owned. And your genome is part of it.
True.
Well, the Havasupai is a tribe of Arizona who in the 1990s were sampled by the Arizona State University. sampled their DNA extensively for studies. Well, they never really received their compensation, and it led to some bad feelings, and they actually sued. The Havasupai tribe of Arizona sued Arizona State University, and now they have settled their dispute to the tune of $700,000.
Wow.
According to Carletta Talusi, who's the lead plaintiff and councilwoman for the Havasupai tribe, she said, quote unquote, "We are glad to have come to a resolution with ASU and hope that this experience helps create better awareness, understanding, and cooperation between this institution and our people," end quote. Now, what it was, they were saying that they took the blood, people got, according to them, and I quote again, people got degrees and grants and never asked our permission. Well, the Arizona Board of Regents agreed to give $700,000 to 41 of the tribe's members, return the blood samples, and provide some other assistance.
Wow.
And the idea they were supposedly studying the DNA for getting insights into the treatment of diabetes. Wow. So now remember, why do I bring this up? I want you to understand and just see examples where your DNA is being entered into legal arguments.
Right.
And who owns the DNA. This is going to be something else. And you gotta. Now here's a little piece about the Havasupai. We owe it to them to show a little piece. So here's I hope I've been saying it correctly.
Oh, man. Wow. Amazing. Fix that internet, man. This is morning coffee.
Well, they say the video's been removed.
Are you serious? Oh, man. That's
man,
not good.
You know what? That shows you
that
what happens with the Havasupai.
That was very fast, man, because, you pulled that up less than 12 hours
they
ago.
pulled the video that fast.
Yes.
Boy, that shows you the Havasupai. You never know what's happening with these people.
What does that tell you, man?
It means that the Havasupai, they messing with the Havasupai.
They doing more than that.
See what happened, you guys? I want you to see. The video was just there. They took it already.
Yep.
Man, all right. Well, go search Havasupai. Here's some of the links to the Havasupai website. And this will show you all about the Havasupai. Okay.
Wow.
And then also, boy, too bad they don't have any videos here.
Yeah.
And also here is an article about the Havasupai tribe and the Arizona Board of Regents. Wow, they pulled that down too. Ooh.
Maybe it's a little bit more behind the story than we expected.
Ooh, you guys.
All right, watch out now, man.
Let's just to be. We're gonna do a quick investigative.
I knew you was gonna do that.
Let's do a quick investigative.
Because what you're looking for is something else. I know what you're looking for, because you're not going to look for the reason why the video's been deleted. You're going to look for somebody who's already has supplanted this video with something else.
I want to see that's right.
Yeah.
I'm going to search Havasupai ASU.
Right.
And see what comes up. And here's some people talking about the same thing, about the Havasupai DNA privacy. And this is about science, DNA, and privacy again. So there is some issue with people knowing about this, Vic. You think
some of the facts may not be as reported in the video? Do you think there may be some issue with the exacting of reporting? In other words, who would take it down and why? And that was posted. Do you remember how long ago it was posted? I know I'm putting you on the spot. I don't mean that, man. But
well, let's see this one right here.
Okay.
This one was posted April 28th.
This week that brought up a lot of questions of ethics in the scientific study of human DNA.